Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, Larem, you can hear me now. Good to know. So apparently, I had just started out because some people said that they could hear me. And hello, 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 hello. It's always a delight doing this with you guys. If you didn't know before now, I enjoy coming in here to have these sessions with our developers. It's always a delightful experience. And thank you very much for being here again today. So, as is our tradition, I'm just going to quickly ask where you are joining us from today. So, if it's Martin Arts, that's a very interesting GIF in the chat, right? That is a very, very interesting GIF in the chat. So I'm just going to respond to that with a laughing reaction. That is very, very interesting. So everyone, like I was saying, it's a delight to be here. I'd like to know where you are joining in from. If we still have the people from Ukraine, from Pakistan, from Vietnam, from the US joining in today, you can just share your flag in the chat or share your location in the chat, and then it would delight me to know that we still have people coming in from those locations. Fukushima, honestly, I really can't guess what country that flag is from, but I think it's one of the APAC nations. So it's good to have you here. Hinata from India. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here, Hinata. Silent Builder from Turkey. Emery, it's always a delight to see you, Emery. For those who haven't gotten an opportunity to see it, Emery is building the Somnia domain name service indie project. So you can look him up on his X, which I'm going to be sharing during the course of the conversation. And you can go show his project some love. Follow him on X, retweet his posts, and engage with the project. So while I am looking for Emery on X, I'm still going to be taking a look at the charts and seeing where everyone is joining for. Niger in the building. Always a delight to see fellow Nigerians here on these sessions. So you can look up Emery here and then follow him and show his projects some love. So just taking a second to pull up the URL, and you can go test it out. It's an indie dev project. Awesome. So that's Emery's project. Go show him some love on X, follow his account, and interact with his account. So okay. Fukushima, I really I really don't know what country that is. Well, I'm going to guess the Philippines, right? So correct me if I am wrong. So without any much ado, we are going to jump right into this session. Special thank you to everyone for being here and stay in with Somnia. So having said that, just gonna quickly check one last message. Yes. It says time. Awesome. So a quick look for those who are just joining us for the first time and then you haven't gotten the chance to meet me yet. My name is Emmanuel and here Sonia. I work with the developer relations team. So that basically means that I am involved in all things documentation, developer support, and developer programs. So if you don't have access to a URL to chat with me, to my Calendly to chat with me about your project, I'm going to quickly pull up that Calendly link and then share it with you here in the chat. So you can talk to me, come talk to me about your projects. And I am a Solidity developer, also a JavaScript developer. So that means if you're having bugs deploying on Somnia or having any issues deploying on Somnia, you can chat with me about it and would get it resolved. So please make sure that you book a session only to discuss technical related issues so that we can make the best use of our time for you and for me as well. So having done that, a quick look at today's agenda while I'm setting that up. Just give me a moment to quickly respond to a message that I have. And while I'm responding to that message, I am just going to keep having a conversation with you. And awesome. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, if you want to schedule a call with me, please kindly feel free to do so. And we can discuss your projects and how we can get Somnia to support you through the course of your building. So today we are going to be looking at a service on Somnia by Protofire, and that's the Protofire Oracle service. Protofire is an ecosystem partner of Somnia, and then we are going to be having a session with a dev who is going to be talking to us about his projects of Prey.fun. And we have our Q&A session, and then we'll close out the session always with our Kahoots, where we log our winners, and our winners get to earn Somnia points. So a bit of a background rule. If you have any questions, kindly leave them in the chat. And before the end of today's session, I am going to be going through all the questions that come in through the chat and answer all questions that come in. So for those who have always been with us here, you know, it's our tradition that once we are done with the main primary sessions, just before the Kahoots, I scroll up to all previous messages and then get to answer all of the questions that come in. So without much ado, jumping right into today's session. And just as I do that, I am going to take just one more second to notify everyone in the channel that we are live. Thank you once again for being here this week. It is always a delight. So you can take screenshots during the course of the session. You can log your lessons, and then you can go tweet about your experience on X and give us feedback. We are very heavy on feedback here at Somnia, so I'd like to know what you think about these developer hangout AMAs. And one way to do that is to get your sentiments. And one way to share your sentiments with us is to share that on X, and then we'll get to see that and get to understand your feedback and see how we can make these experiences better. So on X, I am at Ima_ODIA. You can tweet at me on X. Awesome. So jumping right in, let's talk about Protofire oracles. Just before we begin, a quick introduction into the Protofire service. So the Protofire service, which is a partner in the Somnia ecosystem, deploys compatible oracles using data providers. So this allows for protocols like Somnia Network to continue working with oracles that are popular and public without the need to change smart contracts. So in today's session, we are going to be taking a look in depth at the Protofire price feeds contract. But just as we go into that, a quick explanation of what oracles are. So oracles are critical infrastructure that enable smart contracts to interact with real-world data. So what does that mean? As you may be aware, for Web3 developers, smart contracts are immutable code that lives on the blockchain. So what that means is that once you program a smart contract and put all of the logic into that smart contract and then you deploy it, it becomes an independent business execution environment where all the code carries out the functions, preset functions automatically without any external interference. So say you have a smart contract where once a user calls a function, they would be able to change the name of that smart contract, for example, typically referred to as a greeter smart contract, right? So for that smart contract example, hold on, can you hear me? I think I'm getting feedback that there is no sound. Please kindly confirm that you can hear me. Okay. I think Charles, you might want to like check your sound and then confirm that you can hear. Let me just check your sound inputs. You can also disconnect and rejoin. Okay, awesome. He can now hear. So thank you very much for that. So moving on, smart contracts, executable pieces of code that once you write once runs everywhere in the EVM environment. And this means that if you were to build a smart contract, say for a weather service, right? You would have to write a new smart contract every time there is a change in weather to be able to update the current state of that weather on chain, which is not a feasible implementation. So oracles exist as a way to update data in smart contracts by interacting with real world data in a trusted way, right? But that yet is immutable. So basically, in very simple terms, you have a smart contract and then you have data that you want to access or save on chain. What do you do? You have to then interact with an Oracle service. You then have to interact with an Oracle service, and that Oracle service would be able to give you feed immutable data into your smart contract without you having to update to release new smart contracts every time you have new data. So that is why oracles exist. And in the world of oracles, one of the most widely adopted decentralized oracle networks is Chainlink. So Chainlink enables developers to access data feed that are trusted and resistant to manipulation, right? So we are going to see how this is achieved in a few minutes by looking at example code and example implementation. So for this session, we are going to be focusing on price feeds from the Protofire Oracle service. So the Protofire Oracle service currently has deployed a set of smart contracts on Somnia that can enable us access token pair prices on chain without the need to access that data off chain, right? And also, they have deployed a series of smart contracts where we can carry out randomization of data on chain without the need to use block services, which is prone to errors, right? Without the need to use block.timestamp services, but we can use verifiable random functions on chain to be able to return random objects on chain and then interact with those objects in the smart contracts, but at the same time, make sure we do so in a trusted environment. So having laid that background, I am going to change my screen share to an implementation of what this looks like on chain. First, by walking you through the smart contract implementation, and then walking you through the UI project. So jumping right into that, I am going to switch my screen to the smart contract implementation in Remix IDE environment. Please confirm for me that you can still see my screen. Kindly, okay, let me see in the chat. Awesome. Like I said at the beginning of the session, if you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. And through the course of the session, I am going to scroll back to the very beginning and answer all of the questions that come in. So thank you so much for being here. So what you're looking at on your screen, on my screen to your screen, is an implementation of the Oracle service from Chainlink into a smart contract called priceconsumer.sol. First, what does this smart contract do? And then secondly, why is this important? So basically, from what you can see, this smart contract has two critical functions. The gets latest price and then the gets decimal places. So, but before that, we are able to interact with the Oracle service from Chainlink via the Chainlink aggregator v3 interface.sol contract. This aggregator v3 interface.sol contract, right, interacts with a price feed smart contract that has been deployed by the Protofire service on Somnia. And once this is deployed and then passed on to this interface, it gives us the ability to get the latest price and these other data, round ID, started at, timestamp, and then answer in a particular round, right? From the latest round data function available inside the aggregator v3 interface. So you see that we pass the aggregator E3V interface to the price feed, the data type here being an address. And then we access the latest round data from inside the price feed to return the price. So for each of the token pairs that it's deployed on Somnia network by the Protofire Oracle service, we have different decimal places, with the decimal places ranging from 8 decimal places to as much as 18 decimal places. 8 decimal places for stable token pairs and 18 decimal places for ERC20 token pairs. So, but for the get latest price here, we simply want to return the price of a particular token pair oracle. And then we get the number of decimal places for that particular token pair so that when we are interacting with it from the UI, we can know the number of decimal places to return that particular data to. So if I still have your attention and then you are understanding this, I think it would be super helpful to get some feedback in the comments. Just let me see just 1 or 2 thumbs up, and then I am going to continue with the session. Let me know that you're understanding it. And also, it is fine if you do not understand it immediately. There's documentation already available that is going to be published right after this session that you can follow and start building your own token pair, your own price feeds into your own projects. So just, okay, just if I see 1 more thumbs up and then we can continue. I just want to make sure that you are understanding what we are reviewing here, right? So moving on quickly. I am going to show you the current token pairs available on Somnia, but in the meanwhile, I am just going to deploy these smart contracts and then we'll interact with it in real time. So I'm going to use 1 token pair of a stable coin against the USDC token pair, and then we'll deploy that. We will deploy that. So connect with my injected environment MetaMask so that I can access Somnia network. I'm going to deploy a token pair for USDC USD. So deploy the smart contracts is going to prompt me to approve this transaction on MetaMask to deploy the smart contract. And then once that is finalized, the smart contract has appeared here. So I can get the decimal places for that particular token pair. So it is 18 decimal places for that particular token pair, which is USDC USDT. So to get the latest price for this token pair, I can just call get latest price, and then it will return the price for me to 18 decimal places. If I were to count the number of decimal places from behind, I think it's going to end up at 0.9 for USDC to USDT, right? But to have a different example, I'm going to also deploy another token pair of the ETH USD on Somnia. So transact with that, deploy another token pair, prompts me on MetaMask, approve this. That is going to return a new contract to us. So I'm saving number of decimal places, also 18, get latest price. So this, I think I deployed the same smart contract twice. Sorry, I didn't update the price feed. So it deployed the same token pair twice. But why is this important? So for your user interface, say you're building a smart contract where you want users to be able to see the price of USDC against USDT while they are playing a game. So you do not have to use an external service that would be a third-party service to your application. You can simply deploy a price feed service as part of your contract and then return the changes in price in real time to your users. And how would that work? Like I mentioned, I'm going to be demoing this in two forms. First, using the smart contracts Remix ID like I just showed to you. And then secondly, I'm going to show you how this would look like in the UI. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I'm going to do two things. First, quickly show you the UI example and then do a code walkthrough. A UI example and then a code walkthrough. So sharing a different screen for the UI example. Okay, kindly confirm that you can still see my screen, please. Okay, awesome. So this is what it looks like from a UI implementation, right? So I have 3 token pairs that I'm returning to this example. This is a very small, simple app that returns prices across 3 different token pairs currently deployed on top of Somnia. So we have the ETH-USDT pair, which is currently 2,452 at the latest round data where this was updated. And then we have the BTC-USD pair, which is currently 104,000, right? BTC against USD. And then we have the USDC-USD pair, which is approximately $1 currently. So how did I build this Next.js app? So the next thing that I would do would be to show you the implementation by walking you through the code. So just a quick switching of screens, and then we'll get right into it. So just to quickly zoom in and then just show you this simple one pager. So the 3 critical things that are important here are the ABI, where I am returning the price feed data, right? And then this function to fetch the prices. So for Web3 developers, you would understand that building out your UI is basically interacting with the ABI of a deployed smart contract. right? So that is like the critical components of discussing of building out your user interface. So, like I did mention, if you're having any troubles understanding, the documentation will be shared after this session, and then I would add it to the resources announcement, and you can go take a look at it and start building out your own implementation. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat. And I will answer them before the end of the session, right? And also, you can also ask me questions on X and I would respond to you. Thank you very much for staying on. So moving on through our explanation of the code implementation, right? If you recall the smart contracts, we have two functions that inherit from the Chainlink aggregator v3. So, and those two functions are get latest price, which inherits from the latest round data, and get decimal places, right? Get latest price and then get decimal places. So those are the two critical functions available in the aggregator smart contracts, where we are able to get our price feeds, right? And those are the two ABI responses that would interact with via the UI. So here is the ABI. These are the two functions that we would interact with critically, right? And the two functions are get latest price and get number of decimal places. So with get latest price, we have a feeds collection here where we want to like return all of the various token pair prices available to us by the Protofire Oracle service via the aggregator v3 contract on Chainlink to Somnia, right? This contract is deployed for the ETH USDT pair. This contract is deployed for the BTC USDC pair. And then this contract is also deployed for the USDT pair. So I'm just going to copy these smart contracts and you can take a look at them via the Shannon Explorer, right? Smart contracts for the Protofire Oracle token pairs. Please keep putting your questions in the chat. I would respond to them during the course of the session, right? So those are the token pairs. You can go take a look at them while we continue with the session. So for the fetch price function, right, we want to take all of those token pairs from the feed. And then for each of them, we want to pass the raw price and the decimal using a promise to like read through the contract and then interact with the ABI, right? So we are using VMs.js, and this allows us access the read contracts from the public clients available inside of VM. And when we return that, we want to be able to update our responses every 10 seconds. That means the price would go investigate if the Oracle has updated new prices, and then update the page in real time. And then we pass all of that value to our UI. So it's a very, very straightforward and simple implementation that you can, once you read the documentation, you can start building this out by yourself. So like I said, that documentation will be published right after this session. So without much ado, and then jumping right into the remainder of our session, that is our explanation for the Chainlink Oracle price feeds service. Just as we move into the next session, to give you a mental picture of what it is that you are looking at, right? And what that basically, how that basically works is that you have, it's similar a lot to a demonstration of our API service that we spoke about last week, if we are here with us last week, right? So you have the Protofire service, Oracle service, as an infra layer between the blockchain and then your user application, right? You have a dApp, and then that dApp interacts with your smart contracts via the Oracle service and is able to return this data to your users via your smart contracts, right? So with this mental picture, you are able to see why this is important. And if you have any questions, please kindly ask them in the chat, ask me on X, or ask in the dev support channel. So we are going to end this session, and then we are going to have a conversation with the Pray.Fun dev. While we are doing that, I'm going to quickly bring him up to the stage and then set up a channel. I am able to present on screen the Pray.Fun project. So while doing that, Charlie, please, I'm going to ask that you request to be brought up on stage so that I'll find you in the audience and bring you up on stage. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to set up a quick session to be enables. Charlie, I'm sending you a DM right now. Okay. Awesome. Join here. So while I'm waiting to bring up Charlie, quick reminder again, if you have any questions, please ask, and I'm going to answer all of those questions. Okay, bring up Charlie from the audience. Let me find your PFP. Okay, okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hi, Charlie. You can start sharing your screen here, and I'll stream into the Discord. Charlie, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yes, yes, awesome. So I'm about to stream into the Discord, but on Discord I am trying to add you to. Okay, I've seen your I want to bring you up on stage on Discord. 1 second.
Oh, do you want me to speak here or?
No, on Discord. On Discord.
on Discord.
Yeah, I'll bring you
Okay,
up on stage
Discord.
on Discord.
Okay.
Can you? Okay,
Gonna
yes.
share my
I've
screen.
sent you an invitation to speak. Yeah. I've sent you an invitation to speak on Discord. Kindly accept it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Down.
No.
Awesome. So you can mute on Google Meets, and I'll
Google
just
Meet.
like.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Just
Okay.
give me a second. Yeah. All right. For myself, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you on Discord loud and clear. Please confirm for us in the audience that you can hear Charlie.
All right. Just give me a sec. I think I need to mute my tab as well.
Yeah, you can mute your
All
Google
right.
Meet.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. Yes,
Lovely,
yes.
lovely. Oh wow, so good to be here. So good to be here. Thanks for invitation, Emmanuel. And very happy to be here presenting my my latest app called Pray.Fun to the beloved community devs and the users. And thanks for Somnia and Emmanuel again for giving me the chance. Just gonna quickly show what we have built, what I've built for that fun. I'm not sure how many people have used this before, but this is the pretty fun. I'll jump into the details later, but firstly I want to show basically what that is by by watching a two very small video. So Pray.Farm is actually a token, a healing token launchpad where people can pray to earn token, pray to mint token. So it's just like this. So this is the first token called Karma. This is the first Pray token. I launched in the early April, and it was a quite successful launch because there were about like 7,777 supplies, and it was prayed out, or to say mint out in 3 hours. So people would love this kind of praise and earn experience because this is a way to, it's not trying to focus on mint the token, but to focus on the experience, how you mint the token. Is that so by you can see that again, like when people click the pray button, you can see beautiful interactions. So you feel like you're emotionally get empowered by receiving more, so a few karma to your to your body, to your mind. But of course you have that token in your pocket, in your wallet address as well. So this is the purpose of the this is the initial motivation for me to build this platform, to build this app, is just help people to to get some mental relief while getting a little bit token financial feedback from Insomnia. So after I build this very simple interactions of pray to mint, pray to earn, I kind of want to develop a little bit further, which is why I upgrade the system to allow everyone to be able to deploy their Pray token, so that everyone can deploy their favorable token, whether it's phase, whether it's money, whether it's belief, whatever, like whatever Pray token you want to launch, you can launch it here to make it a proper healing token launchpad. So this is the and in order to launch your token, you have to it will ask you to pray for consume your 3,000 face token, which you can pray to earn just like this. So if you want to deploy your own token, right now you can just jump into our website and get three and pray to earn 3 face tokens, and that's it. You can use it for. It's very simple. Just connect your wallet and um, press pray, and then you'll get your face token. It's just that it will probably take you less than 1 minute to get 3,000 face token, because every time you pray you get 1,000, and afterwards you can just go to the deploy button, and deploy any token you like, any meme token that you like, any name, determine the supply, and then approve it and deploy it. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. And now you have your own, Prey token here. So I mean, this is a very interesting feature for for any community builder or for any, project on Somnium, because, you can use this as a way to launch your own, Prey token to catch some attention from the community. But also, like anyone, like whether you're a small creator, whether you're a project holder, you can just easily deploy your Prey token. So that's basically the experience. And in the future, there could be a leaderboard things coming in, to measure the engagement level of your of the users. For example, if you pray to earn a token, you get a certain amount of points. If you deploy a token, you get a certain amount of points, and then there will be a leaderboard to assess your activity and engagement with Prey.fun. And so far, it's been I would say it's been quite interesting to see that we have there's very little promotion, but we have already seen more than 20,000 tokens have been prayed, which means has been minted from the website. They are mostly Karma token and the Face token. These two tokens were deployed by me personally. And we have seen, another, 1,000 token, another 100 plus token deployed by the community. And this only relies on limited, this is probably just based on natural traffic. So people just, I think what that means is people kind of like this small, interesting experience. So yeah, so basically that's what I built, a healing token launchpad for people to to get rid of their stress, and just focus on prey, and maybe get a little bit financial feedback afterwards. Who knows, right? I have a presentation, but I think it's it's a little bit tedious to show you here. Just want to point out the highlights again. So Prey.fun is a healing token launchpad built on Somnia that allow users to pray to earn. So it's a combination of healing and token. Instead of, I believe everybody heard of Pump.fun, or the previous very popular inscription. This all kind of a meme launchpad, right? But the experience of um, but it's quite stressful, to be honest, to keep minting and trading tokens on those platforms. So I want to create a very healing, stressless token launchpad on Somnium. And we have seen, so this traffic has already outdated. This actually shows the metrics of the first Prey token Karma minted out in 3 hours, generated over 7,777 transactions. And the latest Face token has generated over 14,000 tokens already. So it's going very well. And actually, it's not like I don't want to make a very complex game, because any games, you can get bored. But here, just make it easy. Just make it easy and simple and clear. So it is just a healing token launchpad. is a meme launchpad just like Somnium, sorry, just like Pump.fun or the other and other token launchpad. There's no purpose. There's no extra roadmap or massive macro narrative around the project, around the narrative. It's just token launch, token trade, pray, pray to get some more mental relief. That's it. So there will be so in this presentation I have more things to develop, but I think it's a little bit tedious to show you here. Just want to mention again the next step. I want to implement a leaderboard to assess users engagement. So that might be something creates more that actually make people's activities more visible, so that we can probably reward people with something in the future. But what is the reward is still to be confirmed. Yeah, I think that's it. Emmanuel?
Yes, I needed a second to unmute because
Yep,
I'm sharing the link in the
sure,
chat. So I'm
sure
just going
thing.
to ask you a series of questions, and I know you have given insights into the inspiration and all of that, but I just want to ask. So right now, given how supportive the Somnia community is, what would be your one ask from everyone in here right now, and extending that to the rest of the Somnia community?
So sorry, can you say that again? The inspiration, right?
No, no, no. I said, what would be your one ask of the community? You have already spoken about the inspiration and then your thoughts behind
Yep,
it, right? So I'm
yep.
asking that right now, seeing that you have the attention of the Somnia community in real time, so what would be the question that you would have for the larger community,
The
or
question.
what would be the ask that you would have for the larger
Oh,
community?
oh yeah. I think my wish for the community is like actually I built this app for the community just to have a little bit fun, maybe with a little bit of financial prospect in the future. So my I just want the community to have fun with it. So if you're an individual like users or players, you can just trying to pray for some token and launch your token to. I think this is a very interesting experience for the users. And as for the builders, the project holders, I think it's also a very interesting way to build up your initial community by launching a pre-token. It doesn't cost you a lot. Well, it costs you nothing. Um, but we all seen the power of meme token in regarding building a community. We all seen that the power, right? We have seen so many community built out of a meme token, like the Dodge, the PayPay, right? A lot of meme communities were a lot of community built came from a meme. So why not like on Somnium? Why not we try to do it to create a why not just build your community out of your meme on Pray.fun? So I think that's only my wish and ask for the communities. Yeah, just to have fun. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time out, Charlie, to share your project with us today. And I have shared your links in the chat to your Discord, to X, and then to the project. If you have any questions, please kindly reach out directly to Charlie, and then he'll be able to answer all of your queries. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry. Can I just say one more thing?
Yes,
I
please
know a
go ahead.
lot of yeah. I'm really happy, like because this is a developer hangout. I'll be really happy if there's anyone who is interested in Pray.fun and maybe want to do some collaboration or interactions. I'm really open for anything. Just want to have fun. Yep.
Great, great, great. I
And
think
thanks again. Thanks again to
awesome,
Emmanuel. Yeah.
awesome. And I think that speaking directly to that, you'd want to like talk with Emery in the 4-man channel. I think Emery would have something for you. So this is making the intros right now, and you guys can just say hello to each other in the former channel and possibly set up a conversation. I think Emery has a tool that he would love you to integrate into Pray.Fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Charles. That's it for this session. I'm just going to add you back into the audience and then we'll continue the rest of the session. Please help me say thank you to Meta Dodge in the comments and also go follow him on X and test out Pray.Fun. So we are slowly coming to the end of today's session, and as is our custom, we close out every session with going over the questions that came in during the course of the session. I'm going to answer those, and then also we are going to close out with our Kahoot game. But before that, I am going to ask a quick favor. It is our custom everyone's to always like take feedback to make sure that we are doing things right by you. Feedback is super, super important for us. That is how we get to know what it is to how to make these sessions better. And as you are well aware, Somnia is very, very heavy on supporting developers, which you can see from just making the intro between the two project teams that I spoke about that can work together. Emery and here also Meta Dodge. So they have tools that they can directly plug into each other. So if you're building on Somnia, I think I came across a tweet yesterday where a developer mentioned that they had built a simple game, and though simple, it is theirs. And my response to you is this: whatever it is that you are building on Somnia, no matter how small, we are here to support you. We are here to support all forms of tiny experiments. So we are currently working out better ways to like support developers with tools, and we should be able to like make an announcement regarding that in the coming days. Basically, how to give you better access to paid infra services, right? That come at a cost, but being able to cover up that cost for you. So I still have a tweet that I put up, which I'm going to share in the comments. If you have any feedback, you can please kindly give me a response in there. A lot of people have given their opinion on tools that they figure would be very, very important for them. And then I'm still looking out for more replies, right? So kindly share your replies on whatever tools that you can build. And if you have already started building, we have a special Discord channel for foremen that you can join. So share what it is that you are building with me, and then we'll add you to that channel. So I'm quickly looking out for that tweet, but anyways, I'm still going to okay, yes. So found it. Just kindly leave your reply to me here on X, and then I will be able to get your feedback and collate your feedback and would act on it internally. So thank you for filling the feedback form. And please kindly give your true sentiment on the feedback. It is anonymous, so you don't have to worry about anything. So it's completely anonymous. Just give your honest feedback on the session, your thoughts on it, and then okay. So I'm scrolling up to the very top to get all of the questions that came in, and we would end out the session with our Kahoots. But having done that, 1 second to respond internally. Okay. 1 second to quickly do this. And then we'll begin our Kahoot session. Keep filling the feedback, please. 1 second. Please. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Okay, we are almost at the finish line. Okay. Almost at the finish line. Just a couple more items and then we will be done here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Okay, yeah, just before we go into the Kahoot session, I'm just going to review all of the messages that came in during the session, right? Oh, okay. Just scrolling back to the very top and then beginning from there, read through message. Like I said, the documentation resource is going to be made available after this session, and then I'm going to share it in the resources channel in the dev Discord, and you can go take a look at it. Sorry, I just saw the GIF for Matson Arts, and that made me smile again. Thank you to everyone that helped me with the voice check at the beginning of the session. It's always super helpful for you to join early and then help me do that. So massive shout out to everybody that shared where they are joining in from. It's always a delight to see the people from the APAC region, Thailand, Turkey, of course, Africa, Nigeria, China, Thailand. Good to see you. Good to have everyone in here. So moving on quickly, I did share my Calendly in the chat. If you want to set up a call with me to talk about your project or to get a status update, please kindly do that. And if you're a developer in need of massive amounts of STT tokens, please reach out to me. Awesome. GSomnia, everyone. I'm scrolling through. I have opened a ticket because I needed help building the front end of the contract deployed on Somnia. Do you guys okay to community users? I've also okay. Oh, okay. Let me see. I think you have sent. I think I've come across your profile. Please, I can't see your complete username because I think you have what's it called? Streamer role on Discord. So kindly send me a DM and then I would personally attend to that right after this. So please send me a DM and I'll personally attend to that after this. Moving on. And also there are resources in the docs that you can leverage on to start building out your user interfaces. All you just need to understand are how read and write operations work. So once you understand how read and write operations work, you would begin to understand that basically everything is returning events that are being logged from your smart contracts to your UI, and then having forms to carry out write operation to update the state of the blockchain via your smart contract. So moving on. Yes, if you have any questions, please tag me on X. I'll always respond. And also, please share your experience from this weekly AMA on X. Tag us at Somnia_network. That is one way of us getting a sentiment score of whether you enjoy the sessions and if we should continue with them. Guja, yes, that documentation will be available right after this session. Sawyer, you got a bit confused on the UI implementation. I think the tricky part of understanding the UI implementation for the price oracles, it's also the hurdle in understanding how to build UI for smart contracts. So what you really want to understand is how ABIs work, and then how you can return data using an ABI or write to the blockchain using an ABI. So once you are able to pass the ABI and see the particular functions that you are interacting with, you can then use a library like VMJS to use either the read client, which is the public create client, or the wallet client, which is the, I think, change wallet client, right? To be able to carry out write operations. So like I said, the documentation will be published and then you can read through it to understand it. Yes, I'm sure that Web3 Aliyu is talking about. No, okay, you're talking about the Oracle pairs. No, we already have a collection of deployed smart contracts for various token pairs by the Protofire team on Somnia. So there are currently 3 deployed contract token pairs, BTC USD, USDC USD, and XUSD that you can pass on to your UI and interact with. So as time goes on, more smart contracts will be deployed for various token pairs. So moving on, looking at, okay, awesome. Charlie, there are a couple of questions for you in the chat. So you might want to take a look at those. And please follow him on X. You can get to interact with him more on X. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for filling the feedback form. Oh, okay. Kaito Yapin, you would want to ask questions about Kaito in the general channel on Discord. I think here we principally attend to all technical questions. Yes, as you asked that question again, kindly send me a DM. Like I said, I'm going to take a look at it right after this. Oh, okay. And I can't see your full handle. I think you built out the small gain application that I made a reference to, and then you shared that post on X yesterday. If that is you, I think on X, I have sent a reply to that particular tweet asking for your Discord handle. So I can't see your full Discord handle. So please kindly give me your full Discord handle. Thank you everyone for filling the feedback form. And we are just going to end out our session. Why is your wallet not connecting, Guja? That's interesting. If it's quest related, please use the general channel. So thank you everyone for being patient to the very end. I'm going to set up the Kahoot session and then we'll close out from there. Thank you for staying on till the very end of today's session. So then again, like I said, if you have any questions, please kindly ask me in the chats on X, on Discord, and also share your experience with this developer AMA on X and tag me, tag the official Somnia network handle on X. That is a way for us to get your public sentiment score and really get your feedback of these sessions and also from the feedback form as well. So setting up the Kahoot game. I'm going to share my screen.